All right, guys, we are going to work on conclusions this week. This is how we wrap up our essay after we worked hard on that intro and those body paragraphs. So here we go. First of all, just to kind of go over some of the do nots in a conclusion. In a conclusion, because you're wrapping up everything you've already talked about, we would not add new information. No new ideas, nothing new. Everything in your conclusion should come from what you've already talked about. You should not keep repeating yourself over and over again in your conclusion. And you just need to keep it simple, but you need a summary that avoids saying what you have already said in the exact same way. Big thing that you want to remember, we do not start our conclusion with the words in conclusion, to conclude, in summary. We already know that you're there. We know we're at the conclusion. So what you want to say is all in all, because then readers can see, oh, I'm going to end my essay without you literally having to state the obvious. All right, so here we go. Remember our little saying to share a Sprite. So this is how we write our conclusion. It is your thesis restated. Remember, it can't be in the exact same way. We do a summary paragraph. We summarize that whole entire essay that you've just written in your topic, and then we drop a so what, a super so what. We give them that wow factor. Drop the pencil and walk away. So your thesis restated is pretty much you're just paraphrasing your thesis statement. So you've already done the work for this part. So with your conclusion, you would write all in all, comma, and then you would take your thesis statement from the beginning and you would make the same point, but you would do it in just a little different way with a few different words so that it does not sound exactly the same. But what this does is it drives the point home of what you were talking about, and it kind of links everything together and brings it to a close. Then for the summarize, you are going to give just a summarization, a summary sentence of everything you've talked about. If it's an argumentative, you're going to summarize your arguments. If it is informational, then you're just going to summarize the information that you have been talking about. So it's just a quick sentence just to kind of wrap it all up. And then the super so what. Your so what is for your whole entire essay, for that entire thought. It's that one thing that you want your reader to take away and they're like, wow, that's a really good point. Or, oh, I never thought about it that way. That is what a super so what would do. Okay? It makes them think, why would I care about this essay? You're telling them why they would care about this essay. And it is always going to be that very last sentence of your conclusion. So you have done this amazing job of bringing them through this topic, and then you just leave them with the wow factor. And that's what the so what is for your conclusion. So here's an example. So the thesis restated. So the original thesis, dogs are better pets than cats. So this was argumentative. Now here's what that would be if I restate my thesis. Dogs make the best pets in the world. So what I did was I took my original and I tweaked it to make it pretty much say the same thing with a little more emphasis because I've just argued how wonderful dogs are over cats, if that was my argumentative paper. A quick summary sentence, dogs are cleaner, better at showing affection, and ultimately easier to train. So what I did was I took my 3 points of my body paragraphs to prove that dogs are better than cats, so to speak. And so then I just kind of listed them in my summary to kind of wrap up everything that I've talked about in a very simple way. And then you drop the so what. Change your life for the better. Go get a dog. So this is just a very simple and quick way for you to put your conclusion together. And then here is a way to improve it and to make it even stronger because you fill it in and give a little bit more fluff and foo-foo, so I call it, to your words. There is no doubt the dogs make the best pets in the world. That would be my thesis restated. They provide a cleaner environment for your home, are not afraid to show their feelings, and can be trained to do a variety of tricks and jobs. So there's my summary sentence, pulling in my 3 main points. And then here's my so what. Every second that goes by, you are missing out on happiness. Get out of your chair, make a positive difference in your life, and go get a dog. And that, guys, is how you write a killer conclusion. You make sure that you do not miss your 3 important sentences that you need in your conclusion to wrap it up and to bring your awesome paper to a close. And now we're going to take the time to practice writing a conclusion for our Great Depression paper.